We're back. It is the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion. We have been on a what? 7 month?
Almost a year.
Uh,
Yeah,
se- yeah, seventh
seven.
hiatus. Oh, I,
Yeah,
I know it. You know what, fellas? I was trying to find my echo earlier, and I knew exactly what it was. I had a window open. I was like, wait a minute, how's that happening? But anyway, we're back. Technical difficulties. When you hadn't done it in a while, you have a few technical difficulties, so we'll let that slide. And we are in business tonight. Joining us on the panel, Antonio Coleman. Welcome back. Xavier Randall. Welcome back. Larry should be joining us soon. When he gets off, Al is at the plantation, and Vince is covered under snow. And Durrell is somewhere shooting quail. So, fellas, how's everybody doing tonight, man? It's been a while.
I'm good. How about
been
y'all?
doing good. Been doing
Good,
good, man. Yeah.
good. I'll tell you what, man. We have been through quite a lot of movies. Let's see, Captain Marvel. See what else do we have? There, Captain Marvel. What else? What else am I missing?
Got Marvel, Shazam,
Shazam,
the movie was released today.
Aquaman. We didn't even talk about Aquaman. All that
Yeah.
stuff just shot past us, man. Well, briefly before we get into to our rundown tonight, uh, me and Antonio got a chance to go see. Did you see Captain Marvel? TC, I mean Xavier, you saw Captain Marvel?
I was with y'all.
You was with us. Say,
Yeah.
I'm getting,
You tripped me
getting old, man. That happens after 35. You start forgetting shit.
when you tripped up the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. That's the classic night. So, before we get rolling, let's get your thoughts on Captain Marvel as before we get ready to go segue into our next movie. We'll let Xavier. You can go ahead and take the wheel here.
You had to start on me when you knew
I
I was
did.
gonna give the harshest critique
Yeah.
out of all of it. So I mean, as I told Matt and TC after the movies, I gave that movie what I give it 6.5 out of 10. And I was
But
just it was so many plot holes for me. I didn't see how she was the strongest, or I didn't see how she was supposed to be the answer to defeating Thanos, and in the game. Um, I didn't like how the scrolls were. I mean, at this point, if y'all ain't seeing, I'm sorry. It's gonna be a lot of spoilers in our discussion, but I didn't like how the scrolls were good versus always being bad. I didn't like I didn't like how Fury lost his eye. I mean, it was a cute movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just it was more plot holes than I really expected. But for it to be based in '95, I mean, it did give me a little nostalgia showing my age and whatnot because I lived through the blockbuster era and whatnot. So I mean, hopefully we'll get those answers. I will get those answers that I was looking for in Endgame. But I said I gave it 6.5 out of 10. But not the movie. Oh, before I pass it on, she was still in this movie. That's probably what made me not like it as much. And I like Brie Larson as an actress, but she was so stiff in this role. But hey, it's never gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Well, my thing about the movie was the pacing. The last half of the movie is what really drove me insane, and that was because it seemed like it was all pieced together pretty rapidly, and then it was kind of like almost like they had really overpowered her, and we'll talk about that power coming on our next segue. But I just that's what bothered me. It just felt like something was missing. I couldn't quite put my hand on the whole movie, and I mean, if it was something you just want to go see on a Saturday afternoon, I mean, it'd be a decent movie. But I wouldn't say this is something that was something that you would have to break your neck to go see. Was Captain Marvel. Go ahead, Xavier.
I was gonna say, don't make the mistake that we did by seeing it in IMAX because it is not worthy of IMAX.
Nah, I mean, you're probably gonna get one or two people uh who say, you know what, man, no, man, that movie was good, and but I just, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what movie I would equate that to, Captain Marvel to. I'd probably say, I mean, it was a rough one, man. I'm not sure where I would put this on my top if I had a top 10. I don't know where. I just probably be like
No,
12,
it's not in
15,
top 10. It's not in the top 10.
probably 21. I mean, this.
It,
I mean, it was close to Iron Man 3.
This is like the first Thor. That's what I put it up.
Yeah, exactly. That's a
yeah,
good.
see, I enjoyed the first Thor. I mean, it wasn't great. It was not great, but I enjoyed it. Um, I would definitely say I would watch this before I watch Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 again. I
Yeah,
will say that.
yeah. I mean, it was a rough one, man. TC, your thoughts, my man?
You know, I'm gonna give it a 7. I mean, and to me, it was filler between the movies. I mean, to leading up to Endgame, and I mean, to be honest with you, man, like you said, they really just seemed like they rushed towards the end, and they really tried to like push the point of how powerful she was. Um, I guess leading up to Endgame, coming up on there for it. So, I mean, I guess they got. I understand they got their point across on how powerful she is and how powerful she's going to be going up against Thanos and how she could match, I guess, match Thanos in the next movie. But
But they're gonna probably tone her down.
they will. They
Uh,
they're gonna
you
tone.
know,
Yeah. They. I mean, it's they kind of it's kind of the same way they did with Wonder Woman, because like when she came out in Batman versus Superman, I mean she was taking on old dude by herself pretty much for the most of that fight. But then when it came up to Justice League, I mean she was getting dealt with left and right, and it was like, well, what happened to the Wonder Woman that was in this first movie when she first showed up?
Like her and Superman swap roles
Right, exactly.
within 6 months.
And I think they're gonna do the same thing with Captain Marvel when she goes up against Thanos. I think it's gonna be like, oh well, we gonna kind of balance it out. Not to make any kind of pun intended, but she's. I don't think she's just gonna completely go in there and just dominate over Thanos like everybody thinks she would. You think she would do with the kind of power she displayed?
yeah. I just I think it was a good precedent to set for the Marvel universe going forward. But I just don't. That movie just it was really. I mean, you could have put they could have came out with that last year and came out with Ant-Man, and it would have been a better replacement than to have Captain
Yeah,
Marvel come out.
yeah, I agree.
And I'm pretty sure I'll probably get slammed for that when Larry tunes in. But it's just that's just it. It is what it is. Let's go to the comment section. We've got our man Stay Puff 1983 is in the building. We've got Evan. We've got Al, who has said that the movie's in the top 63. Uh, and he said Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than Captain Marvel.
Oh,
Oh wow.
And then Evan came in and said that He-Man, Dolph Lundgren, was better than
ooh,
Captain Marvel.
That's
That's
rough right
harsh.
there, man.
that's
That's harsh.
harsh.
That's rough.
Very harsh, man. Yeah, I think there was I think we'll probably have a better second album, uh, considering that they've got to kind of build from all this and go. So I think we'll have a much better album on the second one. So let's go ahead and move into our topic, the main elephant in the room. We all know what's coming out next week. The Avengers Endgame spoilers have been leaked. We have not seen spoilers. We don't want to hear about spoilers. If I see you talking about spoilers in the comment section, I'm banning you. You will get the ban hammer. We don't want to hear anything about spoilers. Now
It's
I've
too
got my
soon.
theories.
It's too close.
Yeah. Now I've got my theories about what happens. But TC, how excited that we're finally gonna get this closure, this chapter, that we're gonna get the end of this battle with Thanos, and what are your thoughts on what we could possibly see?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you in this whole thing, and I'm really excited for this movie, but I will honestly say I'm more excited on what's going to take place after this movie because of as far as what this whole situation is going to open up, because it's pretty much going to kick the door wide open on the Marvel universe for everything that's going to be on there. As far as they're going to go cosmic, galactic, and on beyond. They've gotten the rights back from Fox. So I'm really am excited about this because this has been like a 10-year build up for Endgame, but I want to see what's coming up next after Thanos. What's going to be the next big threat? Who are going to be the next big heroes? Because I mean, the door is wide open right now.
If you had to guess right now, who would you think it would be? I think it's personally, I think it's Kane the Conqueror. It's gonna probably be the next kickoff.
I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get to see Adam Warlock. We may get to see Adam Warlock at the end of this, but we saw him like the whole tease of it at the end of the Guardians 2. And I think with the Infinity Stones, with Thanos being defeated, because we know at this point that Thanos is gonna be defeated. We just don't know how he's gonna be defeated. But I think that with those coming into play and with the involvement of Adam Warlock, I'm waiting. I want to see how that's going to play out, and what they're going to make his role be. Is he going to be more of a villain type, or is he going to be more of a hero type, and how they're going to start it out?
Xavier, your thoughts?
I mean, I'm honestly hoping with the acquisition of Fox, we go ahead and get Doctor Doom, and he could be the next big baddie. But that's just wishful thinking, you know.
Well, they are doing it. They are doing it. Are they still doing that Doom movie, TC?
They said that's what their plan is, to do a backstory on Doom. So
that was Fox before the acquisition.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They done scrapped every future movie except for what's the movie that's
Dark
finna? Yeah,
Phoenix.
there you go, Dark Phoenix.
And are they still gonna do New Mutants, or
I think it's gonna be straight on Disney Plus, or straight to Disney Plus. But Evan in our comment group, I mean in the comments, he was asking, will they head to Secret Wars? I don't think they'll head that direction no time soon.
Yeah, it's been a lot of people have over the last week or two have been asking that question about the Secret Wars, Secret Invasion rather, and it remains to be seen. I mean, I've heard theories from where they're saying that the Skrulls they're already here, and and they're just waiting to you know. But you have to think about it. The
Skrulls, fake Skrulls.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be good guys according to Captain Marvel.
The comic relief of the movie.
Yeah, so that remains to be seen. I think that what we're going to see is a definite change in the universe.
Did y'all see what Al put?
What did he put in the group?
Talking about the Channel 13 movie of the week.
He still talking about Captain Marvel?
No, he talking about New Mutants.
Oh yeah, yeah, that trash. No, the trash, the Channel 13 movie of the week is this Dark Phoenix.
That's exactly.
I mean, that's WGNN stuff there, man. But I think that we're gonna get a complete turn for the going forward in the Marvel universe. I would think that they're gonna do a plant here, and I would think that we may get something there at the end of Homecoming. Not Homecoming. Is it Homecoming? Is that
home?
No.
Far Away from Home. Now,
yeah.
They did announce and say that Far Away from Home is supposed to be the start of Phase 4, which makes me wonder: is Far Away from Home, is this taking place after the events of Endgame, or does it take place before the events of Endgame?
After.
It's supposed to be after.
You got to remember, and he died in it where he turned to dust in Infinity War, so it has to be after Endgame.
Well, I think about that, but then I also think about, like, he was coming home from a trip on the bus at the beginning of the movie. So I'm like, was he coming home from that trip in Paris?
I doubt it. They would have been a whole chartered bus, being that they just got back from Paris, not the cheese. But Stan Lee gonna be the pilot.
Yeah, it's no telling how. This is just gonna be interesting to see next week how things pan out. And what do you guys think about 3 hours, man? I mean, we on Malcolm X level now, man.
I think it's gonna fly by. I really don't think you're gonna notice it, because, I mean, as long as the last one, Infinity War, was, I mean, the action sequences and the way everything went out, it just flew by really fast.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't see it. I don't see it taking 3 hours, honestly. I mean, I don't think it'll feel like 3 hours. That's what I meant
Right.
to say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's tap over to our second elephant in the room. Disney has launched their is planning to launch their streaming service this fall at a price point of $6.99. It's gonna be called Disney Plus, and we saw Falcon and Bucky's got a show. Who else has got a show there, y'all? Uh,
Loki.
Loki's got a show. Uh,
And
quite
then they said they're gonna do a spinoff of Hawkeye's kid.
His daughter.
Yeah.
yeah. That explains why New Avengers went out the roof this week, which I do have, by the way. I have the Wizard World variant. I bought it just in case that happened. But that is it's going to be unique to see what they're going to do. Now, what bothered me, the only thing that bothered me about it was I'm like, look, you got these shows, you got Luke Cage, you got stuff already built. Unless they're going to just ship that stuff out to like Hulu because it's so violence. But it's just go ahead, what you see.
I was gonna say, yeah. Hulu's already come up and said that they want all those shows. Like if Disney's gonna allow it to happen, like if they'll allow the shows to be continued, Hulu's already said they're on board to take on all of them.
Sweet. Well, that's that's the most reasonable thing that I would think that they would do is pull those shows and put them on Hulu because you've already got you've got a audience already.
Yeah.
And you've got scripts already written. Matter of fact, I think one or two of these shows they were in the middle of filming when Netflix asked them.
Jessica Jones season 3 was.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to still be on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be the last one.
It's gonna be the last one to show. But yeah, they're gonna do it.
Okay. So that means that what Luke Cage and then we don't need Iron Fist. He can just show up on somebody else's show. We don't.
Well, they're gonna do the Masters of Kung Fu movie.
Yeah, but it's a movie. Well, they can put them two in the movie.
That was Shang-Chi. That's been.
Yeah.
I thought they confirmed him for a movie, but not Iron Fist for renewing the show.
Yeah.
I mean, they could put him in there. I mean, he would fit right in, right in line with that.
He don't need to be in that movie until like number 3.
Hey, hold on, wait.
Not this actor though. You gotta recast that.
Yeah, you can recast. Yeah, they'll probably recast him, man.
Yeah, you gotta recast.
I'm almost positive they'll recast the Iron Fist. I'm not even worried about that. He'll go. What's his name? Will go back to selling vacuums. So I mean, how I feel about what Finn Jones? Is that
Finn Jones? I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go back to selling vacuums and working at a used car lot. So, other than that, man, I mean, $6.99 is a hell of a price point, man. I mean, shit, it's cheaper than Netflix.
Yeah, especially being that Netflix just went up. If you got the premier tier, it's $15.99 a month now.
Yeah, it's going up next. What? Yeah, it's supposed to go up next month.
Yeah,
so,
this next cycle.
Yeah, and with them pulling those shows, a lot of that stuff is stuff that I watched. Matter of fact, the last month, they've like literally went in and purged a lot of the stuff I watched. Unless it's like a Netflix original. Like they took off Ghostbusters, they took off James Bond, they took off it was Mortal Kombat was up there at one point. They took that off. I mean, Mortal Kombat was up for like 3 days. Whoop, down. So I'm like, what?
I think they put Annihilation up and took the original off, which is horrible.
No, that's not even going to acknowledge that movie. And so, with Netflix going that way, man, I mean, a lot of the stuff I want to watch on Disney anyway, old school stuff, DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, things of that magnitude, stuff that I can sit down and watch all day. And then you got the whole Star Wars franchise sitting over there. So, you got all of that.
I still ain't watched Solo.
X, what we got in the comment section, my man?
I mean, really? I mean, right now, one of the biggest thing is Evan said that if we're done with the Avengers, they've got to set up the universe for Fantastic Four, X-Men movies, and Submariner. He said single Submariner, which I think I commented back and said that Submariner was greenlit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, outside of that, we still got Al, who is trashing New Mutants, which I'm loving.
Well, you know what? I think, man, you know what? I would like to see not a solid Fantastic Four movie done. And you were talking about Doctor Doom earlier, man. I mean, this is the thing. This is the only thing. Is how many times have we seen the Fantastic Four with a Doctor Doom in the movie? Do you think that maybe on this next go around we should probably have another villain?
No,
No,
no.
no.
So do you think we want to go with Doctor Doom again?
We got to do
should.
Doom, but we can't do an origin story. We need to have them already established as who they are, and just go on from there. I don't need to see another, origin of them.
Yeah, I don't need to see the cosmic
None of
cosmic storm or none of that. I just want a good Doom.
Submariner. I mean that I mean, I'm excited for that. What else that we got? Who else did you say? He said X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah, God knows we need a good X-Men. Jesus Christ, please, please. This is like you can't. Disney cannot botch this, and I doubt Disney's gonna botch it. They'll probably make this an epic. They can literally do what they've done, building up the Thanos throughout the X-Men universe with just the characters that they've got in the X-Men universe alone.
They don't even have to do a build up. All they got to do is follow Uncanny.
Yeah.
True. This is correct. This is correct.
You got Magneto off the rip, and just go from there. You can bring in all the other villains as you go, and then that's when you can branch off and do the spin-off movies where the Wolverine and whatnot, so he can do Cyber, Omega Red, Silver, not Silver Surfer, Silver Samurai, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta have to have a standalone movie with him and Sabretooth, because he would be a part of the Uncanny movies. You know what I'm saying? Then you can branch off. You can do Gambit and Rose little love interest whenever on down the road. But get them boys established first, just by doing the Uncanny X-Men. No First Class. Get the crew right. Have Morph die in the opening scenes from a Sentinel, so we can go from just like in the cartoon.
TC.
I agree. I mean, it's time. It's time for a good X-Men movie, and like Xavier said, we need to see all the characters established and have them come out. They got to get a good Wolverine. That's really gonna set the whole tone of everything. Because if you get a bad Wolverine, then you might as well just scrap it at that point. But you got to get a good Wolverine. You got to get somebody young, and I would say you got to pull from the source material, man. You got to go with the comics. You got to go with the stories directly from the comics.
I don't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say Al is in the comment section. I'll ask you. I don't know how big of a delay we got, but Al, if you had a chance, if you wanted to pull from the source material, what storyline would you pull from? TC, go ahead. We'll wait. We'll while you go ahead and talk it out. We'll see what Al says.
But yeah, I mean, you got to do from the source material. I mean, even the movie they're coming out with, The Dark Phoenix, it's a good storyline, but they're not going to go far enough with the characters that they need in order to do the movie right. We all know that because they've only showed one new character and they still hadn't even named who that is. That the woman with the white hair. I mean, I hadn't figured out who that is yet. Even in all the trailers, they keep trying to guess at who she is, but she never will say her name.
Is that supposed to be Emma Frost?
No, it can't be.
Why can't it be?
It can't.
Why can't it be? I mean, it falls in about the same age as Professor X and Magneto. They never showed her die, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. You're right. I hope it's not. That's all I'm saying. I hope it's not.
Al just said that God loves, man kills, and that's the old book, if I'm not mistaken. I think if I'm not mistaken. But he said that would be the source material that he would pull from to bring the X-Men to the X-Men universe. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, now this is a little bit of spec talk, but I'm telling you now, man. If you need to get key X-Men books, you better grab them now, because we see the madness with the Captain Marvel books. I mean, Avengers Spider-Man #9. I mean, you see the madness with Kamala Khan. You just see how this stuff is just taking off. Nova. I checked today, and Nova's going out the roof. I mean, you was getting Nova books at one point, man. I mean, it kind of dropped off to the point where you could get them at like $20, $25, $30.
Well, you know
And
he's
now,
rumored to be in the movie, right?
yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So everybody's scrambling trying to go grab that man, but you should have been getting that anyway because
What movie?
Endgame.
Endgame,
Yeah.
Who?
Nova.
Nova.
Okay. I'm
But
I'm sorry. I was looking at comments. I thought we had went back to Submariner.
yeah, so I'm gonna toot our own horn. Is that we called this a while back. We've been telling people that you need to go ahead and get stuff in the cosmos. Some of the guys in the group are saying, let's see, who that? My man, who that? There's a Black Panther versus Submariner. Would be something he'd like to see. Uh, we've got Evan says that we only need to see the Surfer and Galactus, and of
That's
course Doom.
and that's true.
Yeah,
Not the
I mean,
cloud.
That's
no, we don't.
100%
No,
true.
we don't want.
No more clouds.
We don't need the hurricane. We don't need Hurricane Hugo. We don't need uh, the thunderstorm. We don't need 15% chance of rain. We don't need Ben Jones interrupting the Masters.
The Masters.
We don't need any of that. Any of that stuff. We need a full on Galactus, which I know we'll get. So I'm not even worried about that. So let's keep this train rolling. All right, Xavier, this is gonna be you because we did not watch it. Uh, you have the floor, man. Godspeed made his debut last night on the Flash, and I'm just glad I got the book. That's all I can say. I'm just glad I got the book. Xavier,
Man,
I'll let you have the show, man. Go ahead. It's all you, bro.
I don't even know why you glad you got the book because the value dropped after last night. That was, in my opinion, the worst introduction of a new loved villain. Like to make her a part of Nora Allen. I mean, to make Godspeed a part of Nora Allen's um, storyline is so stupid. Like you could have saved Godspeed for season was it season 6 next season if they renew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, season
You know they
6.
will.
Like you could have just saved him. Just name drop him. Name drop him. Don't even matter of fact, they had already said the guy's name like last season, if I'm not mistaken. They said his real name, and you could have just left it at that. And then after Nora went back to her time after destroying this timeline for well over a year at this point. Um, I mean, you could have just brought in. This would have been a perfect time to bring in Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? You could have had White Wally come in, and you had, like I said in our little group earlier, you could have had Wally come in, and Barry could have came back, and he had all his memories just like in the books. And instead of him trying to use Velocity 9 like um like Zoom did, and what's the other chick? I can't remember her name. She's irrelevant at this point, but instead of having him a junkie, you could have had him siphoning off people's energy like in the books. I don't get it. It was a waste of an hour. It was the dumbest thing. The only cool thing about it was it suited into the CGI kicked in. But I mean,
But you know
I,
that's
go
what
ahead.
that's what dooms a lot of the CW shows is that lack of that CGI, man. Because I looked at the promo picture and I was just like, yeah, this. I mean, looks cool, but when that CGI hit, it's gonna be rough, man. Unless it's Zoom. I think Zoom was about the only person that they had actually
Yeah.
look halfway decent.
But I mean, his suit was
They
all
did
black.
Reverse
So
Flash good too.
Yeah, Reverse Flash, and I'm not gonna say anything about what's his name, symbol Civitar.
The fake Savitar, yeah.
Yeah.
Future Barry.
All right, I'll interject this in. This was not on the docket tonight, but I'll interject this. If you have not been watching, uh, what's my show, TC?
into the Badlands.
Into the
Badlands.
I knew you would
Badlands,
say
yeah.
it.
This season, man, woo, bro. I'm talking like week after week after week after. It's a disgrace that show is going off the air. It's an absolute disgrace that show is going off the air. I really hate it, man. I really hate it. Uh, Anybody here Walking Dead? Anybody been watching Walking Dead? Any
Ain't
any
nothing to watch.
any updates?
Ain't nothing to watch. It's over.
Well, I'm talking, just recently. Anything?
That steaming pile of shit
I
stuff.
mean, the white going to Fear. That's about.
I mean, we said this about 10 shows ago, man. It just blows my mind how that show was supposed to be a prequel to everything, and then now it's just basically like WWF SmackDown. We'll take you from Raw and we'll put you over on SmackDown. You're not gonna cut it on Sunday night, so we'll put you over there on Monday night or whatever. It's ridiculous. But it is The Walking Dead, man. They're running out of gas. I tell you that they are running out of gas.
Running out of gas. They've been out of gas.
And,
I hate to say it, but they ran out of gas when they introduced Negan.
yeah, actually, you know what, man? Sometimes that happens where you peak. You know what? It's kind of like when the governor showed up, man. And the governor, when he first showed up, and then when he was off the show, it was rough. It was rough for a while. And then Negan showed up, and now Negan's been, toned down basically.
It's so bad to the point of where how greater characters, where how beautifully Alpha and Beta are being portrayed on the show is wasted talent. Like those cats, they are doing excellent at their craft. Like when you see Beta on the screen, it's just like, I mean, not Beta, but Alpha on the screen and Beta on the screen. It's just like looking at them in the books. You know what I mean? Like they picked the best two, like the best actress and the best actor to portray those, but it's on a dying show. You know what I'm saying? They're like, even it's like you can have a piece of diamond in a pile of crap. Ain't nobody gonna see it because they ain't trying to go through all that crap just to get to the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
They need to stop that and Fear, and they don't even need to do these little mini movies that Rick is gonna be doing. At this point, you can't fix it.
My problem with AMC is that AMC, when they have solid shows, they take them off the air. Case in point, Into the Balance. That's a show that can run for a while. I don't know what the problem was with that. I don't know if it was they just wanted to end it early or what. But I just, there's certain shows that have come on AMC, and I feel like they've ended them way too prematurely. And that was one of them. Preacher's coming to a close. I read the book. We know how that goes. The show has sucked the last few seasons. It's just oh man, you talk about garbage, man. Oh man, they just killed the value of my book. Thank you, AMC. I appreciate that.
Not to get off topic, sorry, not sorry, but have y'all checked out Ultraman on Netflix?
I had TC. Have you watched it?
Not yet.
It's decent.
First couple watch
goes slow, but once you get past that, it's good. Are y'all caught up on Castlevania?
I'm not. I'm probably like midway through this season. I gotta go back and watch it.
I watched Castlevania in a day. I mean, it's only 8 episodes. If that show's good. I hate that I didn't watch it when Vince was telling us to watch it.
Oh yeah, it was solid, man. I watched that first season, man. It was a complete madness. It was too short. That's what doomed it.
Yep.
It was just way too short. By the time it got good, man, it was off there. Let's go into the next topic. A topic that, of course, I'm excited to talk about. Mortal Kombat 11 is also coming out next week. We got one hell of a week next week. Is it next week? 23rd,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Next week.
Technically Monday.
Monday.
Monday at 9:30.
All right, and TC, what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts on it? I mean,
like I told y'all when I first saw like the characters they introduced, I really wasn't too impressed at all. But as they put out more and more characters, to me, some of the classic characters they brought back look even better than the newcomers who come along. And usually it's the opposite. Usually it's the new characters that they give all the new moves and abilities and everything else to that kind of surprise and shock everybody. But the way they've done with Johnny Cage and Liu Kang and Kung Lao and even like Katana and Kano, I mean, all of them with their new move sets and abilities, and then Cabal coming back, which surprised everybody. I'm really excited about it. It looks really good. It's solid gameplay. I know a lot of the characters have been leaked and spoiled and everything else, but I mean, I'm still getting it regardless either way.
yeah, and I'm getting it too on PC as well.
Yeah.
When I saw those fatalities, man, I was like, woo, these are some brutal fatalities, man. Especially Cabal's. Oh man, that was a rough one. I was like, whoa. they went in, and then I saw Frost today, which I thought was pretty cool. You put it in our Pop Buddies group.
Yeah.
It looks solid, man. It looks really solid. I just hope that what's that meter Xavier called when you grab them and then you do X-ray.
X-ray.
Yeah, I just hope that that's just not as overpowered as it was on the other ones.
No, they actually changed it. I think it's just like one crushing blow.
Yes, toward the end of the battle.
Yeah.
As far as the demo was concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't even play demo, so I said I just play it when it comes out.
You want me to tell you what the demo consists of? Fighting Scorpion.
It's always fight Scorpion.
It's all you fought with Scorpion. Everybody use Scorpion online.
You ever know you fight Scorpion and then when you look at folks' fatalities, it's always Sub-Zero getting his ass whooped.
Teleport, spear, uppercut, teleport, leg sweep. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know the first night, last time TC when we got the last Mortal Kombat, man, we had to deal with Scorpion that entire night.
And Stucky with Quan Chi.
Yeah, and Quan Chi. The cheapness that is Quan Chi.
Oh,
Is Quan Chi in this game? Is he in this game?
I don't remember seeing him, but I do know that Noob is back, and that's a huge counter for Scorpion.
Is Shinnok in
I
this
can't
game?
wait.
No,
he's not in this.
They killed him.
Oh, they killed him in the trailer. That's right. They killed him in the trailer. So we'll get that next week. And
that means nothing though.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
They done killed Liu Kang.
Yeah, they brought him back as dead Liu Kang. So you never know what you do with in this game. All right.
As long as I get Kung Lao, I'm good.
I think that's the synopsis. Everybody wants Kung Lao. Me and Al are Fujin men. I like to see Fujin as a.
Where are these Kung Lao fans at? I ain't seen.
Yeah, me, you, TC.
No, I'm talking about who like actively use them on the game.
Oh, I was like, well, I use them all the time. They double kick.
Man.
But
they had vicious, boy.
Yep. All right, let's move along. We'll stay in the fighting game realm. We stay in the realm of fighting games and whatnot. Capcom is releasing a joystick that TC, am I correct, that you hook up to your TV and you play?
Yeah. Like
an arcade.
It's a double joystick.
Double joystick. How much is this thing? How much is this thing going for?
$229.
Absolutely not.
It'll stay there.
Why would I pay that when I can get main and have the same exact thing and hook up a joystick to my PC?
I mean, really, you're just buying the stick. They just throwing the games in there on the side, but the main thing you're paying for is the stick, because you're basically buying two $100 joysticks on there with the Capcom logo, and then you're paying like $29 for I think it's 14 games that they come with.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, I mean, two joysticks that's hooked up like that with the giant Capcom logo. I mean, yeah, that's $200 right there. Because if you bought those separate, that's how much you would pay for it anyway. So with that, they have to. I know they have to sell the game by itself. As far as those games, they got to sell them by themselves without the stick. Because not everybody's gonna, like you said, nobody's gonna pay $229 to play those games when you can just download them and play them on your computer
and even on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna pay that much for it. They gotta know that. So I expect them to. They're gonna announce. They announced the joystick, but they're gonna do another announcement, and it's gonna be like, yeah, we'll sell the game to you separate if you don't want the stick, and be done with it.
Because if not, they're losing money.
Yeah.
Xavier, what we got in the comment section, my man?
Right now, I was actually replying to one. Let me see who asked it. Who that was asking? So, do you guys think Marvel will talk about Phase 4 at SDCC or D23? I was replying. I said I doubt they'll talk about it during SDCC because they're gonna be too busy promoting the current movies that we already know about in Hall H.
Yeah,
I think they may dance around it. I don't think we'll get anything definitive. I also think that they're going to be Disney's going to be really there pushing that platform, that Disney Plus platform. They're going to be pushing the hell out of that.
They also going to be pushing Episode 9.
Yeah, the new Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Which the trailer dropped and TC got it. I know we'll go back to that question, but I mean, what you think about that trailer, man?
I mean, the trailer looks good. I mean, the biggest surprise, like
Don't be fooled by those trailers, those Star Wars trailers.
at the end of it, when you heard Palpatine, I mean, they've already confirmed Palpatine coming back,
That was the best part of the trailer to
and
me.
that was. Now you know what the bad part about it is. When I first heard the laugh, I instantly went to Mark Hamill playing the Joker with that
Uh,
laugh.
the Killing Joke.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was just like, is that Mark Hamill? Is it gonna be like an evil Luke Skywalker? But I
I
was
mean
like, no,
that would be dope, but
that would.
you wouldn't. Man, that'll be the biggest slap to every Star Wars fan ever
Yeah,
if they ended the franchise with
Luke going to the
Luke
dark
crossing
side.
over. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's go back to that. I think go back to the question. I think that they'll probably dance around it, and we probably won't get anything really definitive. And I think that it'll be pure speculation. I'm pretty sure people gonna start speculating coming out of San Diego Comic Con of who or what. I heard such and such say that da 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 da. We'll get all that kind of good stuff. And like I said, I just think they're gonna be there really pushing that Star Wars in that platform because that's gonna be Disney's putting a lot of stock into their platform that platform. I mean,
You
go ahead.
you know what though? What'll be real dope is if they show some kind of little snippet for Black Panther 2 and have him in a new Storm. Boy, just to shove in that old girl face. Excuse me, who's playing Storm now? Who talking about they don't need to have her and Black Panther don't need to be together. Man, go back and read on the character that you playing.
But you know what? The thing that drives me crazy about this stuff is you got people who these folks are like when WCW got bought out by WWF. I mean, these folks are on borrowed time. I mean, this is NFL training camp. This is you show up, and if you're not doing it in 3 weeks, we're gonna cut you. And these folks are hanging on to anything they can get to try to get to the next thread. Let me tell you, they're gonna recast that whole X-Men
They
universe.
already said that. They
yeah.
recasting everybody except for Deadpool.
Yeah, they're gonna recast that, and that's done. So I don't hear anything that anybody that's playing a X-Men character, nobody that's on that X-Men project should be talking about anything. That movie's so bad.
Mhm.
Nothing. Nobody should even be talking
I
about it.
mean, they better be begging. Well, it's too late now, but
I
they can
mean,
play somebody else.
the only one I will honestly, I'll say I'll miss is the dude that played Magneto
I
because
won't. I won't.
I liked him playing as
I
Magneto.
won't. I miss the kid that played Beast.
No,
I miss him. I like him. Not the furry beast that we saw in what was it, First Class or was it
yeah,
Days of Future Past?
First,
No, it
yeah,
was
first
First
class.
Class.
It's first
Yeah,
class.
when he was a teddy bear. I don't need that. I need the feral beast. But
Yeah,
I miss him. I like his Hank McCoy.
all right. Savannah Comic Con. Me and brother Larry, who is not here, he may make it tonight. He may not, but we got a chance to go down to the Savannah Comic Con this year, and I'll tell you, man, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a strong 3.5. It was probably
It was worse than when we went.
oh man, it was oh man. Larry tell you, man, it was rough, man. Well, what they did this year,
No.
this is what they did, and this is the problem that a lot of comic book collectors. This is the biggest gripe that we have when it comes to cons. These comic book conventions start out as comic book conventions, and then all of a sudden you look up, and now it's anime driven. This is why you have MomoCon. MomoCon
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
is for that. So when I go to a comic convention, I'm going for comic books. Yeah, I mean it was absolutely a. If I had to put a number out there of how many vendors, a percentage rather, or how many percentage of vendors were comic book sellers, I would probably say maybe 25 to 30%.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean literally, we stayed there.
So
I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this. Larry will tell you we stayed there probably. We got there at 12 and we left probably around like 2 or 3.
wow.
Two or
When we
three.
went,
We stayed
we
all
didn't
day.
leave till like 6 o'clock.
We stayed all day.
So
So
you mean to tell me that? So like when we last year when you and I went, when you know how when we walked in, that's when all that's basically where all the anime stuff was. Where the
yeah,
people had their stuff. They done pretty much took over and
Yeah,
basically put the comics in that first little spot.
bingo. So
Oh,
basically,
that's oh man.
they didn't even have it in the same venue. They had it in another venue,
I was gonna ask you that.
and a venue was a great size, but when you all you have is anime, and you only got like maybe 15, maybe no, not even that many, maybe 12 comic book vendors. I knew I was in trouble when I went to the first booth, and the guy was like, "Yeah, man, uh, if you're in Jacksonville, just stop by our booth, man. We're gonna have we're gonna have an actual comic book convention, not all this anime." And I was like, well, maybe he's just having a bad day. And then I looked around and was like, no, he's telling the truth. It was a bunch of anime, and and it drove me crazy because people are there collecting, and it's just one of those things that where if you're gonna have these conventions, then make sure you specify. If it's a combo, it says a combo show, but don't have everybody thinking it's an actual comic book convention. I mean, that's what you have Dragon Con for. If you want to have your fantasy and all that good stuff, and you want to dress out, that's what that's for. MomoCon is for anime. Comic book conventions are for comic book conventions. Go ahead.
But you know what though? Thinking back on looking when you and I went last year, we saw now it was a good mix of cosplayers out there, but more so, I mean, it was a good mix between cosplayers and comic book collectors. But if you actually look at the market now, like, and I hate to say this because I may have a biased opinion toward it, but we all collect pops. But when you look at the market, everything is anime based right now. Like some of the most sought after pops that you can find now are DBZ, My Hero Academia, Bleach. What's the other one? Fairy Tales. That's
Yeah.
what's consuming the market right now. And like I said, I don't like it being that we collect so much stuff. We collect everything. But last year when we went and we saw all those cosplayers there, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be the same this year. Now, hence, I hate that I couldn't go. You know what I'm saying, due to different circumstances. But I mean, dog, that's real. That's real disheartening, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things that where it was a rough show, man. And hopefully they'll learn. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of feedback about it, so hopefully they'll learn. However, we did go to Savannah Comics and more, and we'll tap into that when we get to our halls. But that was a very good experience. And if you ever down in Savannah, make sure you stop by there. It's a great store to go by.
I hate I missed
Lot of
that.
books, lot
I
of
hate I
books,
missed
man.
that.
Lot of books, man. Lot of books. This guy has a ton of books and a lot of good quality books too at that. So if you ever get a chance to go down to Savannah, in Savannah, Georgia, Savannah Comics and more, make sure you check them out.
And they're reasonably priced too.
And reasonably priced, great dollar bin, which you'll find out if you follow us on Instagram, you already know about it. But if you have not, you'll find out why in a little bit. Um,
I'll tell you one thing before you go on, Matt, not
yeah,
to cut you off.
go
But
ahead.
if you all are in Savannah, you stop by that store and you all collect pops. If you sit there and rap with the dude, I cannot remember his name, but when Matt and I went, that dude was cool. All we did was rap with him for what, like an hour straight,
Yeah,
and he cut us some decent deals. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Really good guy, man. Really good guy.
Yeah,
Really good guy.
yeah, real good dude.
All right, let's move on to our next one. Hot on the rack. Books that are hot on the rack right now. Naomi. I think Naomi Ford just like flew off the shelf today. I went to go pick it up. Gone. Apparently, it's supposed to be the origin story. Luckily, I got number one, which you'll see in the hall. I grabbed that at the comic book convention. Die number one and anything Immortal Hulk. I just, for the life of me, I did not see that coming with Immortal Hulk. I just did not see it coming. And it's like that book is absolutely on fire, which is cool. I mean, it's time for Hulk to get some just due, but wow, I did not see that coming.
And it's every issue. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
It's not.
the thing.
It's not just like a certain specific. I mean, certain specific issues, but like the first appearances are like the prices are just going outrageous. But anything first print is once it comes out, it sells out so quick. I mean, you're talking like at least $10 or $15 for a first print of just a regular issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, and you look at Die, we're on what fifth on the fifth
Yep,
uh print. It's been a while since I've seen the fifth print. I think what Killer Be Kill got up to what four?
four.
Excuse me. So this is crazy. This is madness. Comments, Xavier, you got any comments?
I had a question.
Go ahead.
You think what's his name? Man, why I can't remember nobody's name tonight? Buddy who can't draw feet.
Oh, Liefeld, Major X.
Yeah, Major X. There you go. You think he destroyed his?
Yeah,
You think he destroyed that book with all his little comments and whatnot?
yeah, man, Liefeld. I mean, Liefeld is a polarizing character in the comic universe, and a lot of people had a lot of rough things to say about that book. One of them is in the chat room. Matter of fact, one or two of them in the chat room. But I just, Liefeld, he's gonna make sure he gets his stuff in, and he's gonna make sure that he's gonna show that he cannot draw feet. Once again, Liefeld is Liefeld. Let's put it like that. All right, we are at the end of the show, so we're gonna go to we hadn't done this in a while, so I'm not gonna dare get all the books that I bought. So what I'll do is get some of the books that I thought that would mean something here on the show. Xavier, you got anything that pops anything you want to show that you picked up?
Give me a second. I show like 5 of them. Give me a second.
All right. TC, you got anything you picked up recently in the books?
Nah, man, I hadn't picked up anything lately.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and do the honors tonight while Xavier gets himself situated, and we'll start off here. We'll go with the Fury of Firestorm 21. Modern Killer Frost. We'll go with this is one you don't normally see me do too often. Is Transformers Chaos. I picked this up just on the strength of the cover alone. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't seen this. I didn't even see this book on eBay. So that was a very good sign. The fact that I didn't even see that on eBay, I was like, yeah, let me grab that. As I stated earlier, I got Naomi #1 at the comic convention, and a couple of months ago, I went to the Atlanta Comic Con and walked away with a book that I had been looking for quite a while. It's actually my poster right here, and it is Batman 227. The classic Neil Adams cover.
Very nice.
It's classic. That, and as I stated, for those who have not watched us on Instagram, for those who have not, you're gonna be in for a shock. We actually, when we were at Savannah the Savannah Comics and More, the owner was telling us, hey man, go out to Dollar Bin, get you some stuff out of Dollar Bin, get you some stuff out of Dollar Bin. I cut you a deal, if you get more than 10 books. And so Larry started digging, and I said, well, I'll dig too. And so I said, well, something's got to be in here then. Hopefully we'll find something. Within about 40 seconds of me saying that, Larry said, hey man, look what we got. Look down, and we've got 4 Avenging Spider-Man #9. 4 of them for $1. $1. So we cleaned that box out real quick. We hurry up and got out of Dodge. Also, while I was at the Savannah Comic Con, on our way out, I actually was going to only get the Naomi book, and we were going to leave. If that kind of gives you an indication of how the show was. So I actually only had 1 book. So on my way out, I just so happened to see this book peeking around the corner, and I know the cover, and I said, hey man, I said, is that what I think it is? And he said, yeah, it is. And when he pulled it out, I said, well, how much is it? And he said, it's signed. And I flipped it. I said, well, do you have a certificate of authenticity? He said, yeah, it's in there. And I said, what do you want? 200. I said, let's go. Because I already knew what it was. I finally got my hands on Saga #1, signed by Brian Vaughn. And I've got the certificate of authenticity. So this was a great pickup for me while I was down in Savannah, but this was not the pickup that I got down in Savannah. There was a pickup. Al, I talked to you earlier today, and I told you I had a #1 tonight that I wanted to show. This is a book that if you this is a classic example of how you have to be patient when you're searching for key books of popular characters. This book was out of the roof about 2 or 3 years ago, and now it's kind of fluctuated down in price. So, well, depending on where you're looking for it at, some vendors, some comic book stores may have this reasonably priced. Some may not. But for the deal that I got at Savannah Comics and More, I could not pass up on this book. And so, upon getting ready to exit the store, I always look at the value books if they have them behind the counter. And so I saw one that caught my eye, and so I said, you know what? I'm getting this book today for this price. I can't beat it. And it is Ghost Rider #1 for $150. There's no way. And if I had to grade this book, I would say it's all of probably about a 6.5. So there's no way I was passing up on that. So got that one in the stash. Check another one off the list. Give you an idea how long we've been off the show. I got this book when we was at the Atlanta Comic Con. So that tell you how long we've been off the air. So I got that book. I bought this book from a vendor, submitted it to CGC while we was there, and it took we all know. Everybody in the comment section know. I know. When you send something to CGC, you're on their time. They tell you, oh, well, we'll get it to you and whatever, but it's really whenever they feel like getting to it. So eventually they felt like getting to it, and I got it. And it's Spawn 221. Spawn is amazing variant. It's the Mexican variant. But we got a nice 8.5 on that. And also, I picked this gem up a couple of weeks ago. It was a book that I had been looking for a minute. And actually, Will had this at the store at Comic Plus, and I got this book at a really good price. And it was something that I had been looking for a minute. And it's the first appearance of Blue Devil. It's a Fury of Firestorm #24. So that, and I think that is everything there.
But Al finna shoot you for that.
That I can think of. And by the way, I also picked up while I was in Savannah. I picked up Batman Down #2, which is
#2.
Yep, good read. If you hadn't read this, make sure y'all check that out. Batman Down #2. And that's it for us. We will be doing a
I'm gonna show these 5 pops after I
went
and took them out my list.
Hey, my bad, man.
The way I got these things stacked, I'm finna show these 5. I got a real.
What you got? Show them to us. What you got?
People, it ain't nothing major. Just all of this Thanos from Endgame, just a regular. I don't want the 10-inch. I don't need that. I ain't got no space for it.
That thing big as shit.
Yeah. I got the 10-inch Ant-Man, and I didn't realize how massive that bad boy was. Captain America Endgame pop, just common, and also got the Captain America Hot Topic Endgame with a Hot Topic exclusive. And I finally, after I almost cussed out I ain't gonna say almost, I cussed GameStop out because I've been waiting on my pre-order for 2 months, and after I cussed them out, it magically showed up in the store. But got my Hero Academia Funko box. So you got excuse me, Kid Deku and Endeavor. So now, after we get off the show tonight, before I go to sleep, I gotta make sure I order the Hot Topic exclusive Deku that's supposed to be releasing. TC, I'm looking out for you too. That's pretty much it. Friday, I should get my little mystery box that I ordered from Big Pop Shop. So I don't know what that's gonna be. Still waiting on.
What you hoping to get?
Something I don't have. Something that I don't have in this almost 300 collection. Doggone. I'm still waiting on Big Apple to send me my hit and my Jiren, which is like waiting on books from Midtown Comics.
Yeah.
But that's it for now. For now.
Let's before we roll out, I do want to throw this out there. TC, you mentioned this earlier in our in our group on Facebook about GameStop is what are they doing? Reworking their trade-in policy, man. After
The return policy. The guarantee to love it or get your money back.
Alan Stuckey be taking them games back, man.
Yeah. Well, it's only on the pre-order games. So if you pre-order it and get it and don't like it, you can bring it back, I believe, within the first 48 hours and get a store credit for
Oh
the
no,
amount that you paid.
no, that's all right. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that there.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Well, before we go, I want to let you all know that we'll be doing an Avengers show, and then the way we're gonna do the show going forward is it's gonna be the next show will be in what did I say, TC, May.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from another show from May, and then we'll do a show after the Atlanta Comic Con. So we're gonna kind of space out shows because everybody's working, so it's hard to get everybody on the panel. As you can tell, Al is not here. Weldon is doing home improvement. Vince is on a whole nother time frame, and Larry's working. Darrell is dealing with kids, school, and trying to shoot and paint. So he's got a lot going on. So it's just kind of hard to
He
get
didn't mean
everybody.
dealing in a bad way, people.
Yeah.
He didn't mean that. Don't take offense to it.
So he's so it's really hard to get everybody on the panel, which is why you hadn't seen us in a while. And so we had to do a show considering the end game is next week. And so we were like, hey, let's just bring the band back together. It's like the old Four Horsemen. Tully Blanchard Four Horsemen. We're back. But like I said, we'll be doing our shows a little bit spaced out more. So don't think that we hadn't forgot about y'all. We're glad that we had a good turnout tonight. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Xavier, give our shout outs for everybody in the room for us tonight, man.
Ooh, I mean, right now the main ones that are really, of course, Stay Puft. Stay Puft. He's been active since he started following the show. You got Evan. You got Who Dat. Trying to see Who Dat Comics and Movies, and that, of course, Al. But technically, Al is part of the show, so appreciate you. And we also had Nicole stop through. So I mean, that's really the main people that were active in the chat group.
All right.
One thing I will say though, guys, even though we're gonna be spacing the show out, this is something that Matt and I were talking about. Like, if you all follow us on Instagram, you all noticed that we had those little snippets for the rants. We're gonna start having stuff like that on the show too. We're gonna be putting different things out just to show you all that we ain't forgot about y'all, and we do appreciate you all.
Yep,
Go
and also something that I'm working on is I'm working on actually a show where we travel to different comic book stores throughout the state, and we're going to be documenting each store, talking to owners, and just kind of giving everybody a tour of the store, because every comic book store is unique. Some are clean, some are messy, some God, I can't think of the name of that place. There's a store up in Stockbridge that me and Al went to that was rough. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But some stores are just absolutely just. How do you sort your book? Do you even know what you got? When was the last time you sold something at the store? Stuff like that. So look for those. We'll probably start rolling out a couple within the next month or two. Of course, I've got the video it and edit it, so it takes a little while for me to get that stuff out. But we're going to add some new stuff to this, a new spice to the channel, and also make sure that you subscribe to us. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll know when we do go live, so that way it'll go to your phone. And I think that's all the house cleaning for tonight. I want to give a shout out to everybody who was watching tonight. I want to say thank you. We appreciate it. We're glad that you took out time to join us tonight in our return, and it feels good to be back. TC, anything before we go, man?
Hey, man, don't look at any spoilers. Get ready for next week.
Exactly. Stay away from the spoilers. Stay away from folks that's talking about this movie that might even spoil something. Stay away from it. Don't click any link that has to do with Endgame. And make sure you look at the screen capture before you do it.
Yeah, don't go by the thumbnail.
Yeah, don't go by the thumbnail, please. All right. With that, we are off the air. We will see you all next week. Have a great night.